Hello, this is Diane. I'm back again working on Mermaid Smashbook. I've done the sewing and I cut some end papers. This is, let's see if I can grab it. Just put it away. I got this at Walmart and it's marble cardstock by Colorbach, and I thought it would be great for end papers. So that's what I'm using here because it kind of looks watery. So I'm going to put that on right now. Covered up the map. Now, I'm going to see how this fits into the channel of my bind it all. I don't know if I'll be able to put something around the raw edge there. Well, it's a little snug, but I'm going to wrap something around it without actually gluing it and see if that becomes too tight, because I don't really like to leave the raw edge, but it's not that visible if I do. Guess I'll have to use a knife to get that cleaner on the edge there. This is a thinner piece of marbled paper, and it came out of Eclectic Boho, something like that. Boho, Eclectic Remix by the Paper Studio. So this is a thin paper, and that might help it so that it will still go into the channel. Oh yeah, oops. That will work. Now I have to cut another one because I just tore that. I took my grandsons to the local Valley Playland, little play park in my town here, yesterday, and I took them early in the morning before it got too hot. It was a nice cool morning, which was wonderful. It was cool this morning too, but now it's close to 90. So I took him there yesterday morning, and another young boy about Teddy's age arrived shortly after we did, and so this other kid was planning out obstacle course type of stuff. For them to do competitively. And his mother had her, I guess she was using her phone as a stopwatch. So he would lay out, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go from here to here to here and do this and that. And then this is the end. And then they would be timed in doing it. So Teddy had a lot of fun doing that. There's that. And they love watermelon. So I had bought a watermelon on Monday when I had them. They devoured as much of that as I would let them, and then they had some more yesterday. I had bought a pack of bubbles for the grandkids to play with outside. But it seems like whenever they're here, it's rainy or it's just too hot. So they haven't been going out to play very much in my yard. So yesterday I asked if they wanted to take the bubbles to the Valley Playland, and they both looked at me like I was crazy. Teddy said, "I'm not that kind of kid." They both think they're too old for playing with bubbles. I said, "But I still like bubbles, and I'm a grown-up." "Well, then you play with the bubbles." So the bubbles are still wrapped up in their package, but I'll have Layla here this weekend. Maybe she'll play with bubbles with me. Silly kids. I'm not that kind of kid. Okay. I did sew this little card onto some navy cardstock. And I used a turquoise thread for my sewing. What did I do with my little mermaid? I just saw her here. She is. And there's Jen's mermaid. The If you didn't see the video yesterday, this is a stamp from Jen Bishop. It's actually from Carabelle Studios. Carabelle Studio, but it's designed by Jen Bishop. It's her original artwork. And Jen Bishop is the designer of Dreams, Etc., the digital papers. I made the envelope. This is made out of wallpaper. That'll go like toward the center of the book. My glue is overflowing. Looking for my journaling cards now. I still have a lot of cutoffs I could do something with. Got my stamps here. These are, let me use this. These all go to the second journal, smash book. Okay, let's see what we've got. For this, I decided to use it as a tag. I'm going to have to glue some paper to the back of it. Let's do that right now. This is my scraps of lined paper, ledger paper, and stuff like that. Normally, I don't know, I might have covered this anyway because the cardstock is textured a little bit. It might have made it hard to write on. But that color isn't too dark for writing on, I don't think. But since it was torn, must be it stuck to my Cricut mat. Thought I should cover it. So I created a pocket out of vellum and added a little scalloped scrap, and then just tuck this in there. Guess I need to punch that hole because this hole punch isn't that big though. I don't have that size of hole punch, I don't think. Doesn't even go down there. very neat and tidy. Front looks okay, the back looks a little rough. It's been weathered from being in the ocean. If I put some seam binding on there, it will probably disguise that. I don't think I'll leave that in there, it's too big. That's a good size. This is the textured one. I'm going to put one of these labels on it. I'll stamp her right here. I have been going through my stamps yet again and being ruthless, thinking I like this set of stamps, but when is the last time I used it? So I've gathered more stamps to do a de-stash with. So I'll get them in the shop as soon as I can. Just wanted you to know so you could watch for it. Actually, I think I like this tag to be in this one instead. Sorry. I thought about cutting that off, but I think I'll just leave it like that, and the person who gets it can cut it if they want to. Time for a seahorse, I think. I want to put some white paper on this. It's 3.5 by 3. Just going to use some copy paper, printer paper. Let's try 3 3/8 by 2 7/8. Perfect. Might as well cut some for the second smash book. Knowing me, I'll lose it, so I'm going to glue them all right now. Just use the tape for this one. Oops, I'm out of tape. I still have blue paint in my fingernails. Oh goodness, I just realized I didn't eat lunch. My tummy's saying, hey, why didn't you feed us? I mean, us. Me. I only have one tummy. I was just going to have yogurt and crackers, but I didn't even do that. And it's 2 o'clock. So that one's ready for the second book. I don't know where I want that one. Maybe I'll put it in here. Okay. What do I have left? Every day can be mermazing. think I will bind this in as a little page. I can put one of these scraps in there. That's pretty. It's got this delicate work up there. I'm just going to trim it and round it. And there we go. Now this tag I had, let me show you what I covered it with. I think somebody must have sent this to me. I don't know where I got it actually. But I've had it with my specialty papers. And it's just blue, iridescent, shimmery, and I thought I have to use it somewhere, but I didn't know how I was going to use it. Then I decided to just cover a pocket, so I took one of the scraps with little seahorses all over it and covered it. It's a little bit loose, it's not tight against it, so it just helps with the watery effect. And I used a straight stitch around it, and then I used a wavy stitch all the way around. I can put a tall tag in there too. So these can be used as photo mats or journaling places. I'll make a tag with her. She's on the cover, but she's not in the book yet. Textured, so it won't stamp very well, I'm sure. Is this wide enough? Yep. So I think this journal is ready to be bound. These will be tucked into the envelope. This can go right there. think I want to put some kind of a pocket on the back. So what I'm going to do is extend this a little longer with this piece and cut it about this size and round the corner and then glue it on, and it'll be a pocket. So I will cut it right about here and about there. I like it better with this on this edge than here because it blends into the blue too much. So I'm just gonna slip over to my sewing machine real quick and sew that, and then I can glue this pocket on. Maybe it's a little too tall. I didn't cut much off it, but I think that's better. I would never use my tape runner on something like this because the tape runner stays sticky. And then when I would stick something in there, it would get down into the tape and get stuck in there. So I always use wet glue if there's a chance that the insert will make contact with the adhesive. This will dry. That looks nice. So whoever owns this can have this space to put things into. These will be tucked into the wallpaper envelope. This is just a scrap of the cut off paper, but it's got mermaids all over it, so we'll make that into a tag. Now it's ready to be bound. Don't know if you want to watch that process, and I'm at a little over half an hour now, so I'm going to stop and bind it and then eat my yogurt. And then I'll be back maybe. I'll see you soon. Bye.